back, everyone, to my series Cricut Miss in July. All month long, I will be dropping beginner-friendly tutorials that are gonna help you gain some confidence with your Cricut. For day 13, we are gonna work on invitations. More specifically, how I built this entire suite right from home. Majority of the products I did purchase for this were bought off Amazon, so I will make sure to link everything on my LTK for you guys. Unfortunately, I won't be able to cram everything into one video, so I'm gonna make it into a few different parts. So today, we are gonna focus on the computer aspect and using printing guides to print these right from home. So if you're a non-Cricut user or you want the quicker route, this tutorial is for you. Now, the first thing we need to do is get our heart set on a design. Whether you're making this yourself or if you're going on Etsy and finding a template, there are so many different designs out there. Make sure you choose one and you get yours all personalized. If you're loving my design in particular, make sure you go check out my Etsy shop. If you've been following me for a while or you've purchased one of my templates before, you know I love printing guides. I use them religiously at this point. Essentially, all they are outlines that I create so I can customize my size and I can use the most out of my 8.5 by 11 printing paper. So based off my A7 pocket invitations that I purchased, I'm gonna drop down below what the sizes are that I use for all of these side cards. Once you have your design all plugged in, we wanna save all these pages out. If you're also working in Canva, make sure you go to the top right and we're gonna click share and then download. Then we wanna switch our file type over to PDF, not the one for email, but the one that is best for print. Then I just wanna make sure that it says all pages, so then I know all are saved out in this one PDF file, and then I can go ahead and click download for the final time. Now, once that's done downloading, it does go into your downloads folder, and mine does automatically pop up for me, so I can get a nice little preview of everything I just saved out. And please, 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 before you move on to printing, have someone look this over just to make sure everything looks good and everything's spelled correctly. Chances are, if you've been staring at this for a while, you're gonna overlook things like that, so it's good to get a second pair of eyes. Now, once you got the green light on that, go up to File, Print. Obviously, the first thing we need to do is make sure the correct printer is located right now. Then I'm gonna keep this on black and white. Obviously, I don't need to switch to color because I'm only using black ink for this. Make sure if your printer gives you the option for two-sided print that you uncheck that because you don't want anything printing on the back of these. So for this demonstration, I'm gonna leave it on all pages, but depending on how many cards you need for how many invitations, do the math before this so you can figure out how many of each page you're gonna need. I do forget to show my selection here, but I do switch from portrait to landscape just because that's originally how I had this template set up. Then for this toggle right here that says preview, I do switch it to media and quality. You'll notice immediately when I go to select this that it now opens this new little toggle for me, and I'm gonna slide that from normal to best. Then it also asks me for my paper type, which I'm going to select specialty glossy because you guys seen that I have that little sheen on my paper, so I just wanna make sure it knows that. If you're using more of a matte paper, make sure you're selecting the other option that was there for specialty paper. And after so much trial and error with these invitations and making sure I got the best quality print, these are all the settings that I ended up using. And of course, before you go ahead and hit print, make sure you're doing a trial run on normal standard paper before you start using your good cardstock. Also, depending on your printer, just make sure before you choose a cardstock paper that your printer will actually accept it and print onto it. The cardstock I ended up going with wasn't super thick, but yet it wasn't so thin like printer paper. It was good quality paper. And just remember, you're taping down that center card, so it's not even gonna matter. Once you're ready to go, let your printer do its thing and then have all your cards ready to be sliced. And for time's sake, I'm gonna spare you guys from watching me do that. And that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you come back tomorrow for Cricut Miss in July, day 14, where I will show you guys exactly how to use Design Space to print and cut this.